I'm going to be doing all the anti-Trinitarian proofs. We'll go through them, but first and foremost, I wanted to address John 1:1 because that's probably the best proof for the Trinity, even though it's not really a proof. And I'm going to show you why it's not a proof for the Trinity. So here we have in my translation, Concordant Literal, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was toward God, and God was the Word. So right off the bat, we have the Word was toward God. And this is the literal translation. So that raises some flags. If the Word is God, how can the Word also be toward God? That doesn't make any sense. It's illogical. But then we have, and God was the Word. Okay, interesting. We could take a look at the Greek for some clarification. I only translated the two terms that I thought were necessary here, but in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with ton theon, which in Greek is the God, ton theon, the one and only God, the God Almighty. And theos was the Word. So we have two different God terms here, theon and theos. Again, theon is God Almighty, the one and only, whereas theos is used in the Bible many times that can just describe any kind of God figure, any type of celestial spirit that is called a God, because we know there's many gods. So let's look at this theos word in 1 Corinthians 8:6, where it appears. Here we go. Paul says there are many gods, right here. But for us, there's only one God. That's ton theon. That's this term, the God. However, there are many gods. That's theos. So back to John 1:1, the word here is called a God, which can also be a synonym for divine. We could say the word is divine, or it's a God, or it's powerful in this sense. But John 1:1 is not calling the word the God, not the same as the God Almighty. It's simply a God, or divine, or powerful, or a Lord, sort of, like we see here in 1 Corinthians 8:6. That's theos. There are many gods. So John 1:1 is not a proof of the Trinity. In fact, it distinguishes between the Word, which is Christ, and the God Almighty,